Hello everybody, and welcome back to Stories Unhinged, where I tell you some of my favorite strange and ridiculous tales. Today we're going to be discussing a story that's as old as time itself. A classic tale of boy meets girl, boy slays girl, and her mythological creature children spring forth from her dead body. You've heard it a million times. Today we're talking about Medusa, submitted for the approval of the Midnight Society. Shit. Now, there's several different versions of this story, so I'm just gonna pick and choose and tell it how I want to. Now, when you hear Medusa, you're probably thinking snake-haired monster lady who turns men to stone with a single gaze. But, truth be told, she wasn't always like that. Now, though Medusa, along with her two sisters, were in fact Gorgons, which are snake-haired monster ladies, Medusa did not present that way. She was beautiful. She was a dime piece. She was a stone-cold fox, a real thotty-yaddy-yaddy.
Real hot girl shit.
Some would say that her beauty rivaled that of the gods. Now, Medusa was in service to Athena. She was a priestess for her temple, and she devoted her life to serving Athena, and part of that is living a life of purity.
Bye-bye. I've got a ring on my finger to remind me that I must behave.
This is very important. So one day, Medusa is walking along the seashore. Seashells. She sells seashells. She catches the eye of Poseidon. And just like everybody else, he finds her beauty irresistible. Only since he's a god, he doesn't have to resist her because most of the gods on Mount Olympus were straight trash and just took whatever they wanted, which included mortal women. So Medusa is like, no, bro, I'm chaste. I am pure. I am a priestess of Athena. So she takes off running into Athena's temple, hoping that the goddess will protect her.
Nope.
And Poseidon assaults her. So Athena somehow sees this happening, but because she's a straight, jealous biatch, she considers this assault a consensual act and is enraged that her priestess would break her vow of purity and punishes her for it. A sad display of woman-on-woman crime.
Do it! Slap me, bitch!
So, Athena's punishment is promptly transforming Medusa into a Gorgon, like her sisters, with the actual snake hair. Monster face. Boo, Athena. Boo! Now we flash forward to Perseus. So Perseus's mother was Danae, and she was locked away by her father because he heard some prophecy that his descendants would usurp his power and dethrone him. I swear, this is the story of every freaking Greek father. Oh no, my descendants are gonna dethrone me, so I better swallow them whole so I can remain king. Like, get a grip, Grandpa. Anyhow, Danae's dad has her locked away. However, women cannot escape the mighty perverted eye of Zeus. Zeus, the main man, the ultimate god on Mount Olympus, the lightning hurler from way back when, the ultimate assault on mortal women. And he comes to Danae in the form of a golden rain that streams down into her chamber and impregnates her.
Bruh.
I am not even kidding. He knocks her up as a golden shower. So from that romantic engagement comes Perseus. When Danae's dad finds out about this, he goes full on paranoid and he's like, you gotta get away from me. So he takes Danae and baby Perseus and puts them in a chest and throws them into the sea. They crash land on the island of Seriphos. And later on, once Perseus is full grown, Danae catches the eye of the king. The king, however, is not interested in being a stepfather, and he sends Perseus on a quest that would surely kill him. He says, go get me Medusa's head. So Athena catches wind of this little plan of the king's, and since she already hates Medusa, she decides to help Perseus. She assists him in getting a special bag from some nymphs. He gets a sword from Zeus. an invisibility helmet from Hades, and winged shoes from Hermes. Plus, she gives him a reflective shield so that he can look at Medusa without her turning him to stone. So Perseus straps on his winged shoes and flies off to where Medusa and her sisters are sleeping. He swoops in, lops off her head, and sticks it in a special bag. Now, for some reason, when Medusa's head comes off, we learn that she'd actually been impregnated by Poseidon at that assault in Athena's temple. And apparently those kids were just living inside of her body all this time, because when her head comes off, they come flying up out of her neck hole. Those children being Pegasus, yep, that one, and Chrysaor. Now all this head cutting and neck birthing woke up Medusa's sisters, but they were unable to avenge their sister. Perseus threw on Hades' invisibility helmet and pieced on out of there with Medusa's head in tow. He headed back to Seriphos, only to find out that the king had assaulted his mother, big surprise, and in a rage uses Medusa's head to turn the king to stone. Right on. Perseus gives Medusa's head to Athena and says, "Thanks for all your godly help." And she has it crafted into a pendant and set in her shield. And that's the story. Poor, headless, snake-haired Medusa, assaulted by a water god douchebag, transformed into a monster by the goddess she most respected, confined to an island with her sisters only to be beheaded by a flying demigod. So what's the moral of the story, you might ask? Well, if you're a woman in ancient Greece, you're shit out of luck. If you like this story, feel free to subscribe, hit the like button, and join me next time for more unhinged stories. Some would say that her beauty rivaled that of the beauty, no. Only since he's a god, he doesn't have to resist her, because most of the gods that